Good evening, อาจารย์ปรมินทร์ Today, Press Group from SAV 207 Management of Business Information Section 5 will present visualization. My name is Abhisha Tokunala-i. My ID is 6280913. I am from Mahidol University. I did the map graph with its visualization number 19. There are three types of map graphs: map, view map, and axis map. Map uses the search engine from Bing Map, and the view territory is being used for geocoding. So the values in the territory column are sent to Bing. Data from the region and color saturation buckets is not sent to Bing. It is the main engine in Power BI. Size and view can be customized on our own. The most important component for making a map is defining data categories for Power BI. City, country, region, country address, latitude, and longitude. There are 6 properties of map and field map. It is called map style. There are 6 themes of map style: Arial, dark, light, grayscale, and broad. Use latitude and longitude field for better result of map. Use data color to define color in its data, and use geo hierarchies so we can filter out to different levels of location. And here's some example. My prediction of some countries' salary and in the future. As you can see, the 2 biggest dots on the map, USA and China, they have the same number, 6,000 as salary and 200 as debt. And this is all that I can show you.
Hi, I am Saswimon Somali, student ID 6380026. I'm responsible for Smart Narrative Visualization. The Smart Narrative is the power of AI used to summarize information in a text format according to the data we selected. This visualization allows developers to create quick insights into the story explained in the dashboard. In this example, I use 3 visualizations. First is the revenue that company earned in each month. Second is the revenue earned from each product, which is tomato sauce, chili sauce, and yellow mustard. And the third is the total purchase from each customer. The Smart Narrative will summarize the important information and the information that we might not notice for us in the text form, and the information will change depending on what data we want to know. The information with the line under it is the information which will change up to the data we selected. For example, this is the overall that the visualization report for us. Chili sauce in 2020 made up to 5.01% of total, and William accounted for 9.89% of the total cost, which is the most purchase that we can see from the visualizations. And if we select only the data we want to know, the text will change. For example, chili sauce in 2020 made up to 12.89% of the cost. The default version of the visualization is sometimes not enough. In this case, we can add some custom value to give more key information to the user. If the Smart Narrative did not provide the information we want or provide in the other word style, we can type and press add value to add information we want to know in our own format. In the example, I write my own two pieces of information to summarize the data I need, which is the total selling of the product in month I want to know and the total cost of it. And the other one is total purchase of the customer in 2020, how much that is worth. For example, if I shoot yellow mustard on the December, it will show me that the total selling of yellow mustard in December, it was $3,920. And another example is if I want to know how much Emma purchased from us, the report will show that the total purchase of Emma in 2020 was worth $4,540. The smart narrative is very easy to use to summarize data, especially if you have lots of information. But the important thing to know is, in order to use the smart narrative visualizations, you need to use other visualization together with this one, so that AI can select data from the visualization that we provide. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Natisha Rurai. My student ID is 6280996. I chose KPI Vision, so let's talk about what is KPI. KPI are a key visualization type used to convey high-level metrics to the end users. They provide an at a glance metric that allow business users to know whether they are on track or off track. Over the course of time, that single metric number has been enhanced to include slides to showcase trend, data stamp, variant, and many other metrics to convey key metrics in a complex and concise way. There are a number of the different takes on what a KPI can or should look like. The KPI evaluations and organizations' performance in different areas by evaluating quantifiable measures value. In businesses, KPIs play an essential role as vision cue that indicates goal by evaluating value and measurable goal. A KPI always has a base value or measure which is evaluated against the target value. That is comparing the action's performance with the target set, so you can evaluate the performance in an analysis just by seeing the KPI. KPI will show whether the goal that you have set are met or not. For instance, a company sales department might use KPI to evaluate sales gross profits against project gross profits for a selected period. The low-level KPI focus on the individual aspects such as employee, sales, marketing, productions, and the high-level KPI display the overall performance of an organization, giving a generalized insight. In terms of using KPI in Power BI, working with KPI is easy and you can use them to display equally complex information. The two main reasons why you should use KPI in your Power BI reports are: I use KPI to measure progress, the positive or negative change occurring over time. For example, whether I am getting correct results or not, meeting targets or lagging behind. I also use KPI to measure the distance to a target or a goal. In this case, I analyze how far behind I am in meeting my target. To sum up, a designer based KPI visions on a specific measure. The intention of the KPI is to help you evaluate the current value and status of a matrix against a defined target. A KPI vision requires a base measure that evaluates to a value, a target measure or value, and a threshold or goal. Thank you.
My name is Alaya Sijalanwan and my student number is 6280997. I did the waterfall graph, which is visualization number 13. A waterfall graph demonstrates a running aggregate as qualities are included or subtracted. It's helpful for seeing how an underlying word is influenced by progression for positive and negative changes. The segments are shading coded so you can rapidly tell increment and abatements. The underlying as the last esteem sections frequently begin on the flat pivot. While the transitional qualities are streaming segments, as a result of this loop, the waterfall diagrams are additionally called connect outline. They are also known as cascade or bridge charts and are very popular in financial world such as cash flows and expenses management. Waterfall chart outlines are an awesome decision. First, when you have change for the measure cost-wise over time arrangement or distinctive classification. Second, to review the real changes, adding to the aggregate esteem. Third, to plot your organization's yearly benefit by indicating different well streams of income and cash flow at the aggregate benefits. Fourth, outline the start and the future headcount for your organization is multi-year. And last one, to envision how much cash you make and spend every month and the running parity for your report. Naturally, Power BI adds the main five supporters of increments or declines by month. Yet we just inspired by the best two donors. In the formatting sheet, select breakdown and set maximum to 2. Another thing, the colors of the bar graphs have meanings. Green bar graphs represents an increased trend and the red one shows the decreased trend. In this past, I used the raw data about sales of cookie in 2020 and 2021 by separating gaps into two gaps to compare sales of 2 years. Actually, this company has a variety types of cookies, such as a cookie, chocolate chip, and oatmeal raisin. However, in these gaps, they shows the overall of cookie sales, meaning that each bar gap represents sales of each month. Although the overall trend in 2020 and 2021 increased continuously, the sales of the company dropped from 2020 to 2021 around 2,000.
My name is Mesani Sawat. My student ID is 6281573. I got the extra visualization, so I shoot a radar chart. Radar chart also known by different names such as web, polar, star, or spider chart. This diagram helps to display a compact piece of information in a simpler manner. They are useful in comparing two or more entities on the basis of several parameters in a visually appearing way. A radar chart is an informative visual tool in which multiple variables and compare on a two-dimensional plane. In most of the cases, all the X are equally distributed and uniformly drawn from each other. Sometimes the X are also connected to each other to form different grids that make it easier for us to plot the spider chart. These days, web or spider graph are commonly used in comparison, analysis, and decision making. The radar charts are considered as a better alternative to column charts as they can depict multiple variables easily without creative clutter. Ideally, a spider chart or radar chart can be used in any situation when you need to represent multivariable information in a 2D plane. First, the comparison of entity. A spider graph can help us compare different products and concepts in a single diagram. We can distinguish different entities through the color coding. Next, analysis. A radar chart can also help us understand the concept and how it value is changes over different parameters. For instance, you can analyze the market performance of the product over time. Decision making, since the spider chart can deposit so much information in one page, it can help you make data driving decision easy. Other application apart from that, a radar graph can also work as an ideal visual aid. It can play in a virtual role in different sectors like marketing, analysis, sales, research, education, and more. In the example graph, I use the raw data from the student test as the visual show that the student named Adam can uh, uh, have a higher score in biology that can indicate that he is good at biology compared with other students. Moreover, his physics and math score are the lowest score compared with other objects. As a visual, I can analyze that he is not good at these two subjects. Thank you.